Hey, you guys. Welcome to GodFidence. Y'all will not guess. There's something going on in the water for Darlene Quincy. Look, we've had a great weekend. We done spent 4 hours talking to you guys, and we weren't even live, you guys. We were playing. We done danced. Let's speed it up, baby. We done danced. We done talked about our weekend. We started on Friday talking about our weekend. We done went to the game. I took Austin to the game, and I was telling Austin, now I like the Falcons, but my team is the Falcons. And so, and I'm saying that because our guest tonight, and y'all heard the music playing, the Jeffersons. In fact, baby, when we were going all in, we thought we was live. I did the whole countdown. Y'all have missed the countdown and everything. And I happened to look up and I said, baby, ain't nobody writing and saying that. I ain't pressed to go live, but y'all would have had a lot of stuff going on. Then Fuller had cataract surgery on one of his eyes. Thursday. But look, y'all see Kumo D trying to be Kumo D. He don't even need glasses no more. But this is what he got to do because he used to touching on his face with glasses.
Yep.
And so, how your eyes feel?
Oh, great. These are sunglasses, so as we said when we was young, shades.
So he don't really need glasses. He's just protecting his eye.
Yeah.
So what else happened this week? Looking cool.
Yeah.
You have anything else going?
Yeah, and then I went to an 80th birthday party for Pastor Bishop C.L. Carter, who is well known, greatly known throughout the Baptist organization, especially in this area and throughout America. When I was even younger, known about him. He and Jasper Williams was known as the hoopologists. They can do a hoop. They can do it now. Man, they can bring it. And then he preach it with the word. It ain't like he just hooping, ain't saying nothing.
And then he don't move much either. He just go all in.
He can go for it. He did New Year watch night service, wasn't it? And it was great. And then I left there at 2:30, came home, changed my shirt and jacket, and went to another 80th birthday party for Apostle Pastor Mamie Harris, which is my cousin. And I was after that, man, I have nothing left to give.
And then, y'all, I gotta tell y'all this.
Friday, stayed with Mom.
Yeah,
we stayed together.
But baby, I'm just gonna tell my friends this part of my weekend because it messed me up. So, y'all, and we're gonna get started. I had a wedding that I was supposed to sing at. In the years that I've been living, I have never, ever, never missed any engagement. So I went to the birthday party with Fuller, and I just had in my head nothing but the birthday parties. He had the 2 birthday parties. I went to the second birthday party. Y'all, 9:00 at night, Minister Carol, some of you guys know from World Changers, called me. She said, "So Lois, so where's you at?" I was like, "What you talking about, Miss Carol?" She said, "You were supposed to be at the wedding singing." I said, "Oh my gosh, it wasn't this weekend, was it? I thought it was next weekend." Y'all, I done bought tracks for next weekend. I just started learning the songs. When I tell y'all, I was messed up. That hurt my heart.
You was.
I told Fuller.
The guy is really a good friend of ours, and he's a
how
really
you
nice
supposed
guy.
to be singing at somebody wedding and you don't show up for entertainment? I was so hurt, you guys. But Fuller said, "Darling, life happens to the best people." And out of all the years, I've never ever missed. So Dexter, can't change it. I can't fix it. So Dexter and Crystal, I love you guys. I'll put the song together on a video and we're gonna send it to you. But anyway, we digress for the last 7 minutes. We're taking up 7 minutes of our favorite audience that's coming on, our favorite guests that are coming on. You guys are gonna get a chance to see. We have with us some friends of mine, and really primarily I know the gentleman, Mr. Jeffersons. That's why you guys heard us playing the Jeffersons when we first started.
Moving on up.
Because their story is going to be very compelling for some of you who just like ours. And so I'm going to pop them into the screen here because I don't want to take up too much of their time.
Everybody loves the love story.
Everybody loves a love story. And there they are. Look at all fans.
Hello. What's up?
Hey. Michelle, can you pull your screen that one more time? Because we got Thomas and Michelle. Yep. That's you can see Mr. Jefferson's head. This guy right here. Okay. And so look.
I see y'all still making interest because I see a bed in the background.
That's what y'all get for showing y'all bed in the background.
That's hotel room.
Mr. Jefferson ain't mad. He ain't mad.
So look, you guys, the Jeffersons are joining us. Thomas and Michelle Jefferson from Fort Party Worth.
That's it.
Look, Miss Jefferson, no, I'm from Fort Worth. When you say that, for a part of words.
Yes, yes.
And but Mr. Jefferson, I'm telling y'all this quick story. Mr. Jefferson and I know each other from Morning Chapel. That was the church that. How long you been at Morning Chapel now, Mr. Jefferson?
45.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah.
So now, Mr. Jefferson, you won't believe this, but I have now lived in Atlanta almost 30 years.
Oh, yes, it's been a while.
Believe that?
Wow.
Mhm.
And I was a member of Morning Chapel from the age of 13 to now. I ain't telling y'all my business, but I said 30 years, so you add it all up. So, but I was a member of Morning Chapel. My mom was the adult choir musician, and Mrs. Jefferson, Juanita Jefferson, was married to Mr. Jefferson, and she played for, I guess we called it the Sunbeam Choir,
Yes.
youth choir.
Yes.
And so, and Miss Jefferson, see, and I know Michelle, she's like me. You know, we're not into getting jealous about old stuff, and so that's all old. So we're gonna get to the point, you guys. But Mr. Jefferson and Miss Jefferson were married for how many years?
We was married for 38 years.
Okay, wow.
And so, but we have been knowing each other since I was 13.
Okay.
And Angie is my good friend, my best friend from home, which is Mr. Jefferson's daughter.
Okay.
And she's also my soror.
Yeah.
And then of course I know all the family, Miss Katrina and Wayne or Bubba, and Miss what's your grandmother's name?
Granny Patricia.
Granny, I just call her Granny. Yeah,
Granny.
Heavens, Lord. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm getting on. I missed the wedding. I'm missing everything. And so, but so throughout these years, Mr. Jefferson was married, and then Miss Jefferson passed away. So I'm going to pause, Mr. Jefferson, because I want you to fill the studio audience in. I call them Godfideers. Is that what I call them? Godfidence. Godfidence. And so I want you to fill them in, because y'all's story is so similar to ours that people are just wondering how people find love again, whether it's through, we hate to see people lose a spouse, but Michelle's story is a little bit different, right? And so I'll let you go ahead and share your story, and then Michelle can jump in and share hers as well. So welcome to Godfidence, you guys, tonight.
Okay. And first of all, thanks for having us on, because it's a pleasure and it's an honor to be in the midst with you all.
You're welcome.
Thanks for asking.
Yes,
You're
sir.
welcome.
Okay. This thing started out, I don't know, my daughter, your sorrow, we was talking one day, and she knew that I was kind of unhappy, I was kind of looking for someone, and I was ready to start back dating and hopefully find a wife. So she introduced me to Miss Michelle here. And she say, through her friend, she said, I have a friend that she most likely would like your dad. So we started talking, and one thing led to the next. We met for dinner, and we started lunch, and we had lunch, and after that we started calling, and things got real interesting, because we could talk and we could laugh, we could have fun, and everything went well, and so in the process, a year later, we say, well, you thought about getting married again, and that was on the ballot for both of us. We kind of wanted to get married because we knew that we had something going, and so we got to know each other real well, and she was asking about the kids, and she say I put it in a way that she's never heard before. What you say,
Mr. Jefferson? Go on and tell us.
He leaving some stuff out. So
I know. I was like, he just.
I got questions already.
He just sped up from the.
Right.
We at the end of the show, Mr. Jefferson.
He's giving you the abbreviated version. Yeah, I mean that is true. I mean his daughter Katrina she soror with one of my coworkers, and they were talking, and she was telling me, hey, I'm looking for someone for my dad. And so my coworker has said, hey, I know someone who I work with, she would be a good match for your dad. So she asked, could she give my number, give her the number? And I said, sure. And so he called me, and I still remember to this day when he called, I was in my closet looking for clothes to wear to work. And I still remember the conversation. And yes, he's right.
What did he say, Michelle? Go on, tell us, Michelle.
I mean, we were just talking about, we both have been single. He told me about his wife, and he had lost his wife. It had been 15 years, and I had been divorced 15 years. So already we had that in common.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I asked him about how many kids did he have, and he had said 2 + 2 + 1. But I just thought that was so unique. And I said 2 + 2 + 1. That was a unique description. And I said, what does that mean? He said, I have 2 children by my first wife, and my second wife, she had 2 children of her own, and then we had 1 together. So I just thought that was a unique way to describe his children. So, and I just thought off the bat, he was just so funny and so witty, and the way he would, put words together, and just his sense of humor. I used to tell him all the time, I said, you missed your calling. You're so witty. And he used to just make me laugh all the time. And he still does right today. He just makes me laugh. And it's so funny because every time we're out and just out and about, people are always coming up to us and commenting on us, as a couple, and telling us, how much, we looked good together, just laughing. One day we were in the grocery store, and this person of a different race, older lady, middle-aged older lady, she followed us. She was looking at us in the store, and we didn't pay any attention to her. And she followed us out the store, actually, and to our car. And she said, I just had to come out and tell you guys, it is so nice to see people laughing and talking. And she said, I just had to come out and just compliment you guys. You don't see that. And she said, y'all were just laughing throughout the store, and we get that constantly. One day we were in Louisiana, and the same thing happened. A man came up to us and said, y'all are just all laughing and just talking. But that's all the time. And it's because he makes me laugh all the time. He says stuff, and it's just he doesn't even try to. It's just his wittiness about it. He's so funny.
That's good. So, Michelle, did you say you were married before?
Yes, I was married to my kid's dad.
Okay, 15 years of divorce.
How many kids you have?
I have 2. I have a son and a daughter. That's they're in their mid-30s.
How will the kids respond to your relationship?
That was the funny part. My kids were very open to it. I was, like he said, I was open to getting married again. Finding love again. I wasn't looking for it, but I said, if it happens, it happens, And so, I'm not from Fort Worth. Knew nothing about Fort Worth. I knew about how to get to the mall in Fort Worth.
Of course.
Where are you from, Michelle?
All I knew about Fort Worth was how to get to Northeast Mall. And that was it. And I tell them all the time, I say, it's so ironic that I end up marrying someone who lives near that mall. That's so ironic to me.
Yep.
And so, because that's the only place that I knew about how to get to Fort Worth was to that mall. And that was it.
Okay.
And we live near that mall. And so anyway.
And where are you from, Michelle?
I'm from DeSoto, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Dallas. And so I had my home for like 24 years. And once my last child graduated from college, I had made a decision to sell my home because it was too large for me, and I just wanted to downsize. And so, but my son was married, and he moved to Fort Worth. His wife was from Fort Worth, so he moved to Fort Worth. So I made a decision to sell my house, and I moved to Arlington. And I had said to myself, I said, I'm going to give myself 2 years to live in this, moving in one of those 55 and over.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm going to live here for 2 years, and then I'll decide, if I'm going to buy another house, a smaller house, and I'll decide if I'm going to move to Mansfield, Grand Prairie, or Arlington, somewhere in the middle, close to my grandkids. I have 2 grandchildren. And so, and at that time, then I'll make a decision. And I said to TJ, I said, I'm not pressuring you to marry me. I don't want to do any of that. I'm just saying this is for me. I'll make that decision for me.
Right.
So after my 2 years was up, then I decided I started house hunting, and I found a house actually in, what was it, Arlington?
Mhm.
Arlington. So I was looking at this house, found a house that I really liked, and put a contract on it. And I had my kids come and look at it. We even had his kids come and look at it because I wanted to see if I really liked it, and they liked it. And so, and unbeknownst to me, he had taken the kids out. Tell them what you did to the backyard.
Yeah, they was so interested in the house, so I got them to the side, you know, and decided, said, well, you know, I got something I need to talk over with you too. And I asked them that, I said, me and your mom been talking about getting married, you know, like that. And I wanted to ask, you know, how did you all feel about it? And gosh, when I said that, I thought they was going to kill me. I mean, I never saw faces so happy for their mom. And evidently they felt like I was the right person.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I tell her right now, I thought her daughter was going to break my neck. And her son gets laid back and he was so happy.
Oh.
And of course, I had asked Angela and all of them, and they was happy. They was proud. They would say, oh, Dad, if that's what you want, you know, go for it. And so we all make a big happy family now. And we get together and we have eat outs on holidays and different things like that. And it's just a big happy family. Yeah. And each year we go on vacation together, family vacation.
I know we done seen them vacations. Them some big vacations.
Yeah. And it is something special, you know, to find someone that, you know, I mean, I don't know if we have disagreement, but we don't have really arguments, you know what I'm saying?
Like us.
Yeah, we don't, because we don't go that way. You know, it either is done or we'll think about it or whichever way like that. But it is so ironic. That's why each year I like to go take her 2 or 3 places, as many places as I can, you know, because the Lord has been so good to me and everything. And so this is this is a place in heaven for me. It seems as though to have met her, you know. I love Juanita that same way, but you know, after time has elapsed like that, you know, it just brought all of this in focus, you know, and it's been up ever since.
Yeah, and then sometimes he'll accidentally, Juanita, he'll call me Juanita. Don't get offended by that, you know, not at all.
We sisters, y'all, and brothers,
right?
Because Fuller said last week we were sitting around and I think we were in the bedroom. He was just talking away. He said, and Jean such and such, and Jean such and such.
That's my late wife's name.
I hadn't even thought about it because I knew who he was talking to, and I didn't get upset. And so you guys that are just joining us on this segment of GodFidence, we're talking about, you know, again, losing a spouse, but finding love again. And so the Jeffersons are joining us from Fort Worth, Texas. And so they've found each other. And the question that I have is, what's the difference? Because we have such similarities in our relationship. Fuller and I don't argue. He's found, he would say the same thing, Mr. Jefferson's found heaven on earth.
Right.
You know, and this is the time in our life we wouldn't change. We always say we loved our previous spouses, but we wouldn't change the life that we have right now for nothing.
We both said we want better. Nothing wrong with our previous marriage, nothing wrong with our other spouse, and we ain't throwing no shade, no blame on anybody. Yeah. But we learn a lot about ourselves.
That's right.
Because you know, you can point the finger and find fault. Whatever you're looking for, you can find. Yeah. You can find either the good part or the bad part. Most of the time we choose the bad part, and those little things just keep nipping away, and nagging away. But we just chose to look at the good part, because if Darlene said something that was abrasive or that I didn't like, I know her heart. I know where it's coming from. So that's just a moment. That has nothing to do with me. That's just the way she's feeling. So we just really being bothered because she was telling me something that I'm sorry for the way I was acting. Maybe it's not you. I said, I ain't paid you no attention, for it. I know where it's coming from. I know her heart.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Very similar. A lot very
our
similar.
stories are the same. And I'm so glad, Mr. Jefferson, of course, I've known you forever. So it warmed my heart to see you with someone that you love. And there is no against any previous relationship. I just love it because I know Jefferson and I'm learning Michelle now. So I do have a question for you guys. What is the difference? Because Fuller and I went through this this conversation here live about age differences. And so Fuller's 20 years older than I am. And so that was very difficult for me initially. And so because I was thinking of the age when I first met him, you guys probably didn't have this scenario, but I was thinking about how far apart we were in age. But what I've discovered, Michelle, is that love had no age with it. And so when I see other people that are around Fuller's age, I'm thinking, you so cool. You got the whole swagger, and I would never think about anybody else. So question for you guys, what's the difference in your age?
It's 17, but I never factored that in. I mean, that was never an issue for me because I've always been attracted to mature men, and so for me, age has never been a factor for me because I always say for me, I much rather, and I guess it might be a little bit different for me because I come from a place of abuse before. And so for me, it's different. And so I could care less about a number because I much rather have a man who treats me well. I don't care what age he is, than a man who treats me like crap. And that's my same age. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm looking at the heart. I'm looking at the character. I'm looking at the man himself. I could care less about how old he is, Right. And so that's what's key for me.
Darlene was
and I'm looking at what he's bringing to the table and what
I'm going to bring something to the table, Mr. Jefferson.
Darlene was so much different. She was calling her friends here, calling in Texas, calling all around, saying, full about how you feel, about 20 years older than me, and just calling around and calling around. So I had, my heart was just falling for her, just uncontrollable, So I told her I had to pop the brakes. I said, look, you hadn't said anything how you feel about me. You she said, but I've been going out with it, but it's still not telling me how you really feel. So I said, look, I choose to just walk away. Because I'm not want to be hurt. I know I can't stop, just if I keep talking to you, I'm gonna fall farther and farther for you. And I just can't do this anymore. I said, but you've been dating in your age group. How that working for you?
You like to tell that story, Michelle. And it wasn't working.
How that working for you?
Because I was swiping left. I was looking at the men in the church and nobody was approaching me. I was like, and I don't know if it was intimidation. And Michelle, we've gone through this as women. It's tougher for us to find the right person than it is maybe for a man. And so I do have a follow-up question, unless you got something to say, Michelle. You're going to say anything?
My mom used to always tell me, hey, I mean, just because a person is older doesn't mean they're going to die before you. There's a lot of young people dead, just like it's young graves in there, just like it's old graves. So don't look at how much older a person is, because that doesn't mean they're going to die before you. You know what I mean?
We talked about that as well. But the one thing I did say to him, the one thing I said to, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we have the same things in common. Like I love Western movies. He loves Western movies. We have, just because there's an age difference doesn't mean you can't have anything in common. We have so many things in common that we both love.
Yeah, let me read what Renelda Johnson said. She says, wisdom and maturity is so necessary. I remember my husband calling me his ex-wife's name, and I went quiet for days. He apologized, but I made him suffer. I was very young and very immature. And thank God for growth and wisdom and maturity. Because what happens is, Michelle and Mr. Jefferson, is that, in marriages, we call it the little foxes. We call it the little things that people concentrate on from a dead person, they're not even there no more. That person is going to marry somebody else, and we still concentrating on that little thing, or that they didn't take out the trash, or that they, you know, they looked at me the wrong way, or that, you know, like I had the conversation today with Fuller. He was like, "Oh, babe, I hadn't even thought anything about that." But when we concentrate, you guys, we're saying this for those that are watching, that are married, that are looking for love. Sometimes we concentrate on the wrong thing,
Right?
And love, all we got is time. We don't have a whole lot of time, so we got to enjoy the life that we have, right? And so, and I'm so glad for you guys. You going to say something, Mr. Jefferson?
Well, yes, you know, it's you have children together, you know, by a previous marriage,
Right.
Yeah.
and forbid we had nothing to do with my wife's death or anything like that. So I have to love my children, and sometimes I see my children in her, you know. So
Right, of course.
maybe this is what reflect back to that, but it's, I mean, she's going on to heaven, so. I mean, it's just that, and I'm living a good life, and this is the way she would have wanted it.
Right. That's what William Fuller said. I believe that Jean would be overjoyed to know that the person that she would have said, Fuller says that she loved when I did praise and worship.
She loved it. I'm talking about, I don't care who she was talking to or what conversation. If Darlene took the mic, she came out the green room flying to get on that front row to hear her lead worship.
Yeah, and the same thing with David. David is the person that asked me when we first got married. He said, "Do you know a guy by the name of Bishop Kenneth Fuller?" And I was like, "No," because I'm from Fort Worth.
You got to tell me.
Yeah, and so he's, you know, what?
I live in another city, Griffin.
Yeah, in Griffin, right. And so
which is 40 miles from here.
Right, and David had lived in Griffin when he first moved to Atlanta from Louisiana. And so I was like, "No, I've never heard of Kenneth Fuller." And wouldn't it be interesting that the person that I was married to would pass away, but he was the one that introduced me to the name of Bishop Kenneth Fuller. I just find that just so.
And I never met him before.
Never met him.
And talking about things in common, we was riding in my hometown, which is Griffin, Georgia, and we was riding one day. We was on Broad Street, and Darlene said, "Do you know Oliver Leaks?" I said, "Oliver Leaks? You talking about Bucky?" I said, "Bucky, I raised that boy. Do you know?" He was the best man at Darlene and wedding. I never met David. But he was the best man for Darlene and at their wedding. Yeah. And it was just all the coincidence. Yeah. The dates of our marriage left and the 12th of August. Right. There's so many things in common that we have.
Yeah. And so we enjoy life, and I'm so glad. I'm actually hoping, I know we're at the time, but I'm hoping that you guys will give us another week, maybe, of your time if you got time. Michelle, I know you're scheduled. We'll just keep going. You guys can stay on. We just chatting, so y'all can stay on and leave. But so, Mr. Jefferson, when you saw Michelle, what did you think? Come on.
I was amazed, you know, because the first thing I say, well.
Pretty young thing, is that what you said?
Yes.
That's what I thought, Mr. Jefferson.
Why would she want me? You know, but then why not?
Right.
Because I presented myself as a gentleman.
Yes.
And I was very upfront with her and to tell her everything that she needed to know. Yeah. That because, you know, I didn't want anything hidden or anything of that sort. So we were just upfront and we talked out, and it just got deeper and deeper and deeper, you know, and and right now, if her kids see her without me, they gonna want to know, where am I?
That's so good.
Seriously,
that's so good.
Everywhere together, do everything. I mean, even my doctors, my own doctors. I come to doctors. Where's your husband? Because I mean, seriously, because he goes to the doctors with me. I go to the doctor with him. And let me tell you, my own, you know, my personal doctor, she came out and when I went back to her and I was married, and I said, he's out there, and she said, well, I thought she was going to say, well, just tell him I said hello. No, she stopped what she was doing. And he thought it was something wrong with me. She came out into the waiting area to see him and introduce herself to him.
That's so good.
I mean, all of my
other people were happy for you. Other people.
Oh yeah.
That makes you feel good.
Yeah. She said, no, all of my daughters say, no, Go get him. He needs to come in here too. I need to see him.
I'm so glad, Michelle. I hadn't seen. I see Mr. Jefferson when I come home, but I'm so glad to see the joy. You know, the Bible talks about the joy of the Lord is our strength, but to see the strength that you have brought into his life, to his family, to your family, to see the man that I grew up knowing as almost like a father figure for me, and to see.
That's good. That's good. Y'all look good together too. Y'all look good. Y'all look happy. She's so happy.
Well, thank you. You know,
He makes me happy.
That Darlene family, they are the same. We are just so close. Her mom and Mr. Greer, they were just darlings to me. I could see him in church and say, I want to look like him when I get older. You know, because he was a service guy and he kept his weight and stuff intact and all of that. And so it was just someone to look up to, you know, as an older gentleman. And so it is amazing that the Lord has brought two people together, and it just, you know, it's something to be happy. And so I can tell everybody that it's someone out there for you.
Right.
And it's what makes it so bad sometimes is that I find out that if a lady see a man, and if it's attracted to you, make yourself available. You have to say something. You know, because,
good advice.
Yeah, you just can't sit back and say, because like I tell her that looking might not have been the same as being with her, but I saw a lot of nice looking ladies that if they had said something, I tell her that if it had worked out, I probably would not have been with her. Yeah. But this is something that the Lord had said for both of us. So we were meant for each other. So
that is so good.
But and we go to church together every Sunday. We do it all together, you know.
Well, can y'all come back next week? Because I really want to talk again.
Michelle, are you able to get off from work to be with us in time?
I'll have to check and see my schedule.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to that Doge stuff, so we'll see.
Well, you know what? This part one, we're gonna say part one, because whether it's next week or whether it's the next time you give to us. And so
you know, not we can record it.
We can record it.
Okay.
It may work. But this blesses my heart because you know people are looking for love again. And it warms my heart when I see people that I care about that do find love again. It warmed my heart for Fuller and I to connect with each other, both having admired each other over the years. And God brings the right couple together, the right people together. And when he does it right and when it's done right, it just makes you have a good time. Wanting with one another. Fuller and I are always together as well. And so, you know, we don't have to be phony in front of people, right? We genuinely like and love each other. That's the part.
Touching on each other and always holding hands or touching. But you know, it does my heart warm, make my heart feel warm. And this, my heart is clapping because, you know, a lot of people have not found love. They were afraid to love. They were afraid to love again. And to see both of y'all hearts being open to come together and make one another happy. That is so good. I had a cousin, she was married to my cousin, and he was a pastor, and he passed. And she said at that time, she told, once Darlene and I got married, she said, nobody, when my husband passed, I had nobody to tell me that you could love again. I didn't know someone tell me that I could be free, that I was free to love again. I call myself being faithful to my husband. And he was dead. And she said, nobody told me I could breathe. That's what she said. Nobody told me I could breathe again. And to hear you guys' story, it makes me happy. It makes my heart happy.
And so Dexter says, by the way, if you guys join us at the very top of the call or the Zoom tonight, Zoom, Facebook Live. Dexter got married on this past Saturday.
Congratulations, Dex.
Yes. So this congratulations. Second, so we made
yes.
right. Dexter got remarried,
Uh-huh.
and so they got married. They had a family wedding that was very. I know it's very beautiful because it was outdoors. And y'all, this was the wedding I was supposed to sing at. I ain't gonna keep going back there. This is the wedding I was supposed to sing at. So Dexter gave me grace this weekend.
Right.
But we're so grateful to those that find love again.
Right.
And it's a beautiful thing. And so, like Mr. Jefferson said, fellas, if y'all are out there and you see a young lady, especially at church, there's so many beautiful people. We go to beautiful church and all these beautiful women. And nobody saying anything.
And the women said, the guys won't say nothing. You know, they won't talk. They won't approach us. So,
but we thank you guys. We got so many compliments and from you guys being on. And I love love. We love love.
I just got through telling her how beautiful she looked when we were walking down the street a little while ago.
Come on, Mr. Jefferson. You get some brownie points.
Yes.
Look, Mr. Jefferson, we be talking to people about doing like what do you call them? The
do good seed.
Miss Jefferson, look at
do good seed.
Miss Jefferson, when we come back, we're gonna ask you for a list of the do good seeds you do for Michelle. And it's the compliments, it's the opening the door, it's the making sure she, she's whatever it is that she needs. And it's not that you're making it up. It's just that's a part of who you are.
Right.
That's right.
Men need to learn from other men on how to love. What you want to say, baby?
Just pay attention. No,
pay attention.
I'm not gonna say that, but pay attention.
I
will say that behind them will make them happy.
Hold on. Wait a minute, Miss Jefferson. You got a few full. He be saying
we on vacation.
Look, right, Michelle. So play our music for us, baby. Let's get our music going. So the last thing we want you guys to do, y'all got a lot. Look, Dexter talking about in the background. He's talking about a lot of dimples showing right now. yes, amen. And so you guys, we're going to take the phone out and we're going to play a little music. And the way we normally do it, the Jeffersons, is we always dance it out. And then at the very end, we're going to kiss a little bit. Just a small little peck. So I don't know what Fuller playing over here.
I am trying to play a song, but
just play.
Stuff's coming up.
This is a song that we was playing. Gotta move it on up, move it on up. Please, got move it on up to the deluxe apartment in the sky. Oh, move it on up. Okay, we done with that song. So anyway, we didn't. Y'all give us some hearts. Give the Jeffersons some love. Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
And then, of course, our last thing we got to do is we got to kiss it out. We'll see you guys next week on GodFidence. Stay tuned for part 2.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.